Okay, slight change of plan with assignment 6. I was having problems earlier in the week with this, and it appears that with the newest version of TrueCrypt, encrypting on Oracle VirtualBox is not going to work. So I'm going to show you how to do a whole drive encryption, and then I'm going to change assignment 6 slightly so that you don't actually have to encrypt an entire hard drive. You can just create an encrypted container for assignment 6. Anyway, I've already installed TrueCrypt on this computer, so I'll go ahead and double click on TrueCrypt to run it. And to encrypt the entire system, you're just going to go up to System, Encrypt System Partition Drive. There are two different types of system encryption you can do. You can do a normal system encryption. You can also do what's called a hidden system encryption. This is where for whatever reason you need to have a hidden operating system on your computer. I can't think of too many legal reasons why you would need to have a hidden operating system on your computer, but TrueCrypt has the capability to do that. We are going to encrypt the entire drive. You also have the option of just encrypting the Windows system partition. This will just encrypt the main portion of your hard drive where your files are. If you were using more than one operating system, this may be a choice that you want to make. But for this particular example, we're just going to encrypt the entire hard drive. And we do want to encrypt the host protected area. If you're doing this on your own computer, make sure you read this warning down here and you take a look at the TrueCrypt website to make sure that this is something that you do want to do on your computer. VirtualBox is throwing me an error message because of what it's trying to do. I'm just going to click OK on that and ignore it for now. And then it's going to go through the process of detecting any hidden sectors that are on your system drive. This can take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while it does this. Okay, so this error right here is what's actually preventing us from encrypting the entire hard drive on Oracle VirtualBox. Because of the way Oracle VirtualBox works with the disk, TrueCrypt is unable to determine the drive size. And TrueCrypt now has protections built into it to prevent you from encrypting the entire drive when there could be an error. So, but on a normal computer, you wouldn't get that error message, and this would be the next screen that comes up. Number of operating systems. We're going to select single boot because this current virtual machine only has one operating system installed on it. If you're doing this on your computer and you have multiple Windows OSs installed, you do want to choose that multi-boot option. Next, you choose the type of encryption. I'm just going to use AES. You can see there are many different types on here. You can test the encryption to make sure that it's going to work and that it's going to perform adequately. You can also use this benchmark button, and it will come up with a list of all of the different encryption algorithms and tell you how they perform on your computer. For the hash algorithm, I'm just going to leave it at the default, but you can choose any of those that you might want. And then you need to create a password. The thing about passwords is you want to make sure that you follow good password policy here. The easier the password is, the easier it is to get at the encryption. So you want the password to be longer than 20 characters, and you want it to use letters, numbers, special characters, and both capital and lowercase. So we have that password typed in. You also have the option of using a key file. A key file uses like a picture or something like that you have to have available to decrypt the drive. It's somewhat more dangerous because if you lose that picture or that file, you can't decrypt your hard drive. So be wary of using that one. Select Next. And the next thing it's going to do is it's just going to collect some random data to create the header and for the encryption. So we'll go ahead and move the mouse a little bit. It'll change those numbers. Then we'll click Next, and you'll see it generates the keys that it needs for doing the encryption. and hit next. And then finally it's going to come and ask us to create a rescue disk. The rescue disk is a ISO file that you can burn to a CD that will allow you to recover your computer should you forget your password or accidentally change your password and not be able to get back into your computer. It's important that you keep that ISO file available so that if something happens to your laptop, you can get it back. It's also extremely important that you do not keep it on the encrypted system. Otherwise, you'll never be able to get at it. So let me hit next. It'll create that. And then since I'm using a virtual machine, I have to trick the computer into thinking that I actually burnt it to a CD-ROM. So I'm just going to go out to where it created that file, copy that file, and then I'm going to put that on my host machine. Just put that in my downloads folder, replace the one that was already there, and then on VirtualBox I am going to go in and I am going to virtually insert that ISO file into the CD-ROM. Actually, it was already there, so we'll just click OK. Close this window and then hit next, and it's going to verify that that disk that you put in the CD-ROM is correct. In my case, I virtually inserted it. If you were doing this on a real computer, you would want to really insert that drive into the CD-ROM. Hit next. Wipe mode. If you're encrypting a computer that you've used for a long time, you do want to actually wipe the data off of the computer before you encrypt it. It is theoretically possible for somebody to go in after a drive has been encrypted and look at individual sectors of the hard drive and see what was actually saved there before. Just like on any hard drive, if you just delete the hard drive, it's still possible to go back and see what was there before. You actually have to overwrite your hard drive with 7 layers of zeros before your drive is considered wiped. So you'll want to do this 7-pass wipe if this is a laptop or desktop that's been used before. For this one, I'm just going to select none because it's fastest and we're not really doing this anyway. Next, and then it's going to do a test. And once I click test, what's going to happen is it's going to reboot the machine and it's going to try to make sure that the encryption is going to work on the machine. In Oracle VirtualBox, this test is going to fail, so we're not going to go through with it. But that is how you encrypt an entire system using TrueCrypt. If you have any questions on that, if you want to try this on your own physical machine, or if you have an extra computer laying around that you want to try this on, go for it. If you run into any problems, send me an email or post to the I Need Help forum on Blackboard. The next video, I'll show you how to create just an encrypted container using TrueCrypt.